Good evening. Welcome to Options Center. It is Monday, 8/15/22. Welcome, everybody. Haven't done a video in a little bit. It's time for an update. And why? Because we are looking for a reversal soon. We are a little extended on multiple time frames. So let's go through monthly all the way down to 65, see if we can figure out what's happening, what's going to happen, what we can expect. Okay. We have ES on the monthly. By the way, if you're new here, go down to that bottom right hand corner, hit that Options Center logo, subscribe, make sure you hit that notification button so you can get these videos whenever I put them out. Putting them out a little less often than usual, but I definitely will put them up when I do think a trend change or at least a momentarily reversal will happen. I got a lot of things going on with a couple of businesses, and so working hard. That's it's fun for me, and I love to trade. That's my main thing, but I got a couple other things happening as well, my wife and I. So thank you for listening to me ramble. Here we go. Yes, on the monthly. After our five-wave move up, is this a major top or is this an intermediate top? We're yet to see. We had our move down. We're looking for the next stop to be about this 50-month simple moving average. If we get a little bit closer here, notice we had this consolidation area. We broke down from it, retested, and we're getting back into that area. I tried to go short at that point, but we got some follow through here. So there is no doubt that this is starting to look bullish. And that's the point, you guys. We will watch price action, and that's why we go on multiple time frames to see what's happening. At this point, we don't have a close. We're halfway through the month. It all depends on what this month looks like and the close. But meanwhile, it looks bullish. We're starting to get over that 20 simple. The 8 EMA, which is our trend indicator, is we're back testing that just like this area here. The consolidation, when we started going sideways, we actually got above it, came back, broke down. Above it, broke down. Above it, broke down. Let's see what happens this time. Okay, we have the MACD still headed down. It's in bullish territory, but we're still at our bear cross. We're allowing that leader line, the yellow line, to back test the MACD line at this point. That's a complete natural market action. The RSI still in the downtrend, trying to make higher highs. What has to happen is it has to make a higher low. This has to have market structure as well. So we'll see what happens here. We bounced off that 50 area. Again, natural, but is it just a bounce, or are we going to make a higher low, or are we going to continue to the downside? I think we're going to continue down. It's a bear market. Fed's tightening. I think we head lower. On the weekly, that weekly time frame, check it out. Big moves, low, lower high, lower low. Let's call this one the lower high and lower low once again. Now on the weekly time frame, we have not made a higher low yet. We're making a high, but it's still a lower high technically, and so we need to make perhaps back down to this 3,900 area, make a higher low, and it continue to the upside. That would be the bullish scenario. Okay, if that monthly chart is saying that we're bullish, then that's probably likely what's going to happen. It doesn't have to go down that far, but at least a consolidation period to head higher, and we'd watch a three-wave move action, whether that's sideways or if it's broken down to a lower level. Okay, and then that would be our symmetrical period, because the market would be in a limbo where the bulls and the bears are fighting to make a higher low or to head lower than that. Okay, so you'll see some sort of triangulation at that point, at least in the near term. But we are above all moving averages except for that 50. Keep an eye on this 50-week simple moving average. That's going to be a very important area that I think we're getting up to. This is where I think we're going to start to reverse. I think we're going to peak above it, and we're going to start to reverse. We could do it from right here, right now, tomorrow, but I don't think so. Looking at some of the mega cap tech stocks and things like that, Square, a bunch of stocks I'm looking at, they still have a little bit more room to the upside. Now check this out. The 618 a percent retracement from the top, it coincides right around that area. So you have that 43.30 to 60 area. Very important. Okay. And whether bullish or bearish, I think that's going to be a reversal no matter what. It's what happens after that that we're really going to have to pay attention to. Impulsive waves or corrective waves. Okay, daily trend is our friend. Ah, yes, we see the confluence much more, even on the daily. So we had our move down here. Let's call it a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave move, and we have a 3 wave move correction. Really big move, you know, but that what that tells me is that this impulse move down is over, and we had a large intermediate correction before heading down lower. A, B, C. Now on that C wave, we're looking for a 5-wave move. 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're getting that 5th wave. We're over resistance, now support, and we're holding on to that. So I would typically look at this as a hammer candle and say, oh gosh, you know, possibly we could reverse here. Yeah, we're at a breakdown candle high, and so we might consolidate a little bit maybe tomorrow or just break through to finish off. But I think our real challenge is the 200-day moving average, which is right here at the 43.30 area, just like the 50. Simple. We have this downtrend line, super important, and also that supply area is from this reversal candle here and a reversal candle there. This is supply, and I think we reach that point, and that's where we reverse. We don't have to reach it, but that would be huge confluence there. I do have a slight resistance as well right in this area. You know, we can keep that in mind, but it coincides right with everything else, okay? Where you had those touches here coming through there. All right, so with this pattern, you see how it reaches these areas here. It looks like a megaphone. So, you know, this could be one big move in itself, seeing how it's obeying all of these trend lines. And then we actually break down from this megaphone, or we break up from it. So that's something we'll have to keep an eye out here in the future, whether we head higher or lower. But look at the MACD. We're still headed to the upside, but we're getting really into higher territory in the bearish market, and I don't think it should go much higher, especially with all that confluence. And we're already in the 73 overbought territory. Now it's a condition, but that condition is not typical for a bear market. And we're going to pull all the bulls in. We're getting way into the overbought area. We're not going to make it to 80 and 90 like in a bull market. It shouldn't go that high, but we've been breaking down in this triangle that whole time. You notice how this is one move. That's why I think this 5-wave move down is one move in itself, triangulating, and we broke out from that triangle, and that shows this move here in the RSI, and we're trending to the upside. I do believe that's going to end pretty soon. It doesn't have to, but it, you know, with those conditions, it's the odds are in our favor that we're going to get a reversal at least to some lower points. I do think we're really going to try to back test the area. This will be a big area here at the 4100 area, but I don't think that's enough. You know, we might get some sort of low bounce from there, but I think the big area here would be the 3900 to really you know, test to see what we're doing in the future. All right, let's go down to the 65-minute chart. Let's see if we can find something else to help us out. You know, I keep drawing wedges, and we break out from wedges, and we're forming another wedge. My God, you know, like I said, it's such a huge move, and you know, we did try to short it down in this area, and now we're just riding it up again. And when we ride the trend up, you know, it's much easier to play individual stocks at that point. So we've been using Tesla, Square, Nvidia. We've been using them all. My gosh, Meta. It's been a really good move for us. So, but we do have to be cautious coming up here. And with that confluence, also is that the options expected move. So that's another area that we can come into. The options expected move could be there. We could tap it and head back down. We could come short of it a little bit and head back down. So we're going to start on this next move up. Maybe we come down a little bit and test trend lines, but this next move to the upside, we're going to start scaling into some puts again and really try to catch that reverse again, because we're getting these constantly over and over. We're getting the bearish divergence, so we have to make sure that we respect those when the trend is up. The bearish divergence doesn't mean that we're going to crash back down, but it usually lets us know that there, in the near term, that there's going to be some trend change to the downside, um, or upside for that matter, if it were a positive divergence. So we just have to, keep an eye on these and not get too bullish and have too big of plays on and give back all the money that we've currently made. So I'm just kind of playing around with these trend lines. The RSI, we're going to kind of triangulate back into there. So maybe we do come back and test that area again before heading back up. All right, so in the near term, we're overbought. Maybe we come back down. I think we're forming some sort of ending diagonal here, and I can't really count it out too well right now. Maybe we have the 1, 2, and we're ending on a wave 3 somewhere up here, and maybe we get a small little 4 correction before the last 5th wave, but it would have to be shorter than the 3rd, because the 3rd is shorter than the 1st, and so that's just something to look out for. But we're limited on the upside, you guys. We're talking around 50 points, plus or minus 20 points there. And I know that's kind of a big zone, but not how fast the market moves. So we are still in calls, and we're in Amazon calls. Check us out on the options guy. I put out some shots for some of the calls that I do. We got out of Tesla today, but we will revisit Tesla if it gets weak tomorrow for maybe one last move to the upside, because I think it's going to take out its near term high to complete its 5th wave as well. So just what are we in? We're in Amazon, Square, and um, we are starting in our IRA. If you want to check out my IRA, we're in our Patreon. Check out patreon.com, and I put all of our Patreon trade alerts for that, and also for futures trading as well. We had a few futures trades to the upside today, some scalps. Let me open up another tab here. Okay, so we're trying out Baba. I would consider that more of a lotto, because it's failed us over and over. We're in Amazon, Square. I have an out of the money Amazon and Google, and that's it. That's what we're holding on to overnight, and probably our last bullish day tomorrow. We'll be checking out to look for a reversal as soon as tomorrow or Wednesday, overnight as well. So thanks for joining us here at Option Center, you guys. Let me know, comment, and hit the like button. Comment if you want me to answer any questions, or if you just want to say, hey, all those algorithms, that's what we're doing this for. Get this information out to many more people and many more traders. If you're new or seasoned, doesn't matter. I'd like to get this information out to everybody. So thanks for joining us here at Option Center. Have a wonderful night, and we'll see you tomorrow.